Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. John, 3 questions for me on a Wednesday. What's on the rundown there?
What if Andy Reid throwing out the first pitch at the Royals opener is also about the sales tax vote?
Oh, you know what? Then I will give the Royals credit for thinking ahead. Next Thursday's opening day, and that is going to be, 4 or 5 days before the vote on April 2nd. And to have Big Red out there throwing out the first pitch, I hope he's working on that fastball, is very smart. It's very smart because it will endear fans on opening day who are optimistic about the season, optimistic about baseball. Spring is here. Here's our, 3-time Super Bowl winning head coach. That's going to make them feel nice and cozy inside. And it just might work to some degree, John.
Guess we could call him Big Blue for the day.
Yeah, I think we can if he's going to be in that windbreaker, which I'm sure he will be. So
I thought I saw a mock-up. I don't remember when the picture was of him in a Royals jersey. I was like, wow.
I saw it on Woke 41, actually.
I didn't know if that was photoshopped.
It looks photoshopped.
Kate Middleton had something to do with that or not?
I didn't see her walking in the background of the photo. But it's a very smart move to have Andy Reid out there throwing the first pitch. Mm-hmm. Just don't hit the dirt, Andy. You got to get it all the way there. 60 feet, 6 inches, brother.
Kelsey Gopher burner.
Yeah.
All right. How about this one? What if red states are getting redder and the blue states are getting bluer?
Then the country will continue to be more divided. And I don't like that for America, but it's a reality that we've seen over the last 4 years. There are only a handful of swing states left in this country. Heck, Missouri was a swing state not all that long ago. But what are your swing states now? Out of the 50 states in this country, you know what the election's coming down to. Coming down to Georgia, Pennsylvania, probably your top 2, Arizona, and then maybe on that second tier list, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada. I just listed you 6 states out of 50. That means 44 states, including us here in Kansas and Missouri. It's almost meaningless, the presidential election. One, I don't think that's good for the country when 44 out of 50 states feel like their vote doesn't matter for president. And no. Don't. Oh, Pete, you're making the case for the popular vote. No, I'm not. No. Don't. You're not walking me into that trap, okay? What I'm saying is what you're seeing in terms of how people are moving, they are voting with their feet. They're going where they want to go, where the lifestyles and the politics are more likely to match, which means you're less likely to have neighborhoods and states that have, a diverse viewpoint. And what does that mean then? People are more likely to go into their camps. Now, listen, everyone knows where I stand and what my beliefs are. So I'm not sitting here, and I have obviously friends who disagree with me, guys I grew up with, that are best friends, that we see the world differently. But in terms of the nation at large, it will make it more and more difficult to unify us if our states get redder and bluer in either direction. Now, states' rights, I'm all about that, right? You live where you want to live based on the state that fits your profile and how you want to live your life. I'm all about it. However, when you talk about unifying a nation, it becomes much more difficult when your states are getting redder or bluer in either direction. And I think that's a reality of what we're going to see happen even worse over the next generation or so.
I think we thought it was progress at one time. In the state of Kansas, you could not serve liquor on a flight or a train going through the state due to the laws. This is way back. So I think we thought we moved forward from that, but it seems like we're going back to things like each state will have something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just don't do that one. That's really stupid. That's just ridiculous.
What if Pete lived in Kansas in 1950? Okay. All right. How about this one? What if the upcoming Royals Chief CBA, not collective bargaining agreement, but what community
benefits agreements?
Community benefits agreement is really about buying Jackson County voters.
Well, then I would at least respect all parties involved if they just admitted what this community benefits agreement that is coming out today for $140 million really is. It's a way to buy voting blocks. It's a shakedown is what it is. It's like doing a deal with the mob. The community benefits agreement will make a small percentage of people in certain areas of political and cultural power very wealthy. It will do nothing for the average worker in Kansas City or in Jackson County. But expect a big announcement today about how there will be a $140 million community benefits agreement. And Manny Abarca, Jackson County legislator, laid some of this out last night on his Twitter page. He writes here, it will include the highest minority business workforce goals in all of Kansas City. So great. If you're white, sorry. This is really about just getting as many people who don't look like you jobs as part of these stadium upgrades and builds. Like, I don't know. I've got this wild idea of just hiring people for jobs at stadiums, at airports, in radio stations based on, who can do the damn job? Who's competent enough to actually do the job? You're literally going to have an announcement today that's going to brag about not hiring white people. Like, in any other climate, in any other world, at any other time, if you did that about any other group, you'd be like, wait, that's racist. But you're going to hear an announcement today that brags about how basically they won't hire white people even if they're qualified for the job. I mean, if that's like attractive to you, then fine. But to most people, white, black, Latino, anyone who's got common sense, that ain't attractive.
Well, they use the word goal in there, so that has a double-edged sword. Like it's their goal to exclude people.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, it's a nebulous measuring point. My goal is to do 100 setups, but I ain't there yet. Right? So
that's true as well. You got to hear about high-paying jobs, workforce training, inclusion. It's going to be a bunch of woke payoff mob boss nonsense is what it's going to be. And I'm not going to be impressed. Coming up next on KCMO, that's What If Wednesday.